Everyone. Woo, it is motivating moving forward Monday. I hope everyone enjoyed. Yay. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. For anyone that may be new to the call or the platform, my name is JP. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I have the pleasure and the honor of hosting this call Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, as you know, we are still studying and reading from the book titled The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. You can download that book to your electronic device, or you can purchase the hard copy. If you purchase the hard copy, please purchase the updated version of that book, because that is the one that we are studying from. This morning, you will be hearing from two dynamic speakers, leaders, and authors. The first voice you will hear immediately after mine, and the face you will see if you are on video, is Mr. Jamal Mumford. He is the published author of a book titled Success Now. He helps individuals on a daily basis with their self-development, such as myself, and he travels extensively doing that, guys. The next voice that you will hear after Mr. Mumford and the face you will see is none other than himself, Mr. Motivator. He is the published author of a book titled Alcoholics versus Struggleaholics, and he also helps individuals on a daily basis, you guys, with their self-development. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to some and present to others Mr. Jamal Mumford. Mr. Mumford, are you still clear with us this morning, sir? I can't hear you. Because Coach has to unmute you.
Of course, the power is in his hands. All right, well, good morning. Can you hear me okay now?
Can hear you very well, sir. Good morning. You're looking fast.
Awesome. Great morning, everyone. And just want to welcome everyone to another beautiful week, start of another brand new week of personal development. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I sure did. And you should always have a great weekend on purpose, because we can. But definitely want to send our love out to all of you. There's a lot of trying things going on in our community, within our members. And guys, just, for those of you that do pray and have a higher power and so forth, just send out peace and blessings to all our members of LCA families. They deal with different, this week I got a lot of messages of loved ones passing away and sicknesses and things like that. So just keep everybody in prayer and things like that for the other members of the LCA community. But I'm excited. I'm always going to work on ourselves. And, I just came back. I took an early morning run this morning. I usually don't run before the call, but, I'm getting back to my old routine, and my legs are back. And it's been 4 months of no running, and it's good to be back out. And I just came back from running just now, and so I look like I'm sweating. I'm not dying over here, okay? Just came out of the gym. When you run in 90-degree weather, 5 miles, you're going to sweat. But, just saying that, I was talking to Satchel this weekend, and I was listening to a conference that my pastor was having, and one of the gentlemen just kept speaking, and it was so strong about paradigms, and and that paradigm is something that you got to really study, because it is everything in your life. I mean, even in myself, as I'm looking at my life and things that I'm aspiring to do more of, I'm catching my paradigms. And it's so funny, Mr. Satchel, he sung another song that he sung, right? It's a saying, not as a song, but it's a saying that all of us have said it, and I never, ever thought about it. And I continue to understand, in life, it's about, when you be real with yourself, people say, Jamal, you're so rash. It's not rash. It's when you're real with yourself, you start discovering things about yourself, right? So you got to be real you got to be real with yourself in order to discover real things about you. That's why change never happens to most people, because they can't really be real with themselves. And it goes to show, now I see why this guy's a multimillionaire and why I have yet to get there yet. Because you may think that you got all the mechanics to get there, but along the way, you continue to discover more and more how you're saying things that aren't you. And I was like, wow, I never thought about that, And I'm saying to myself, and he said it was years ago he caught that he said years ago he had understood this when he had went to China on the missions, and it was years ago. And again, and just imagine, like he said, I've written it down somewhere. It's not so much, it's what you know. So I keep saying again, it's not what you know that's killing us, Mr. Satchel. It's not what I know that's hurting Jamal Mumford and keep me from going to my next level in life. It's what I know that isn't true that's keeping me from going there. Right? See, it's what I know that isn't true. And then, like you were talking this weekend, don't know if you want to talk about that, because you said, Lynn had brought up a great thing that Lynn had said, and I give credit to Lynn, and everybody get it for Lynn. She said, it's not what you're running to that's powerful. It's what you're running from that's sometimes more powerful. Because I was sharing my testimony with Mr. Satchel this weekend, him and Lynn. I was really going deep about why I do what I do, why I work so hard, why I exercise the way I exercise, the things I do in my life, because I had to run from some stuff. It wasn't what I was running to. I was running away from some stuff, some trying times, some trials and tribulations. Let me tell you, some stuff that some of you guys, man, you would just go ahead and give up the ghost if you had to go through what I went through. But I was what was powerful, not what I was running towards. So that's why I didn't need much to get there. I had to get away from it. So I just want to share that message. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that, because that was so powerful. As I was out running this morning and just thinking about that this morning. So I'm going to turn the call to you, Mr. Motivator. The call's yours.
Wow. Good morning, LCA. I am excited this morning simply because it's Monday morning. This is one of the most exciting days. You know why? Because I get to stay home on Monday. They always used to say Monday was one of those crazy days, right? You had the weekend, and now you got to Sunday, you got to start getting ready for Monday. See what I'm running from. What keeps me motivated? Like somebody says, can you motivate me? Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, if you face your truth, it will motivate the living heck out of you. Did you hear what I just said? Face your truth, and your truth will motivate the living heck out of you. Listen. Good morning. I am excited. Why? Because you just think about that for a minute. I woke up yesterday morning, and I shared this yesterday. I woke up this morning. I was laying in my bed, and I'm going to share with you what happened. And this is what happens to a lot of us, and some of us don't even pay attention to it. Right? How many of you have ever dreamed in here? How many of you have ever dreamed in here? I'm sure some of us have dreamed, right? Do you think your dreams have any significance at all? Do you think they have any? Do you think it's a reason for us that we dream? You hear prophecies and things of that nature. Have you ever daydreamed? You just was sitting there and you just went off into this la-la land. And you started daydreaming. Well, this last night, it was yesterday. Yesterday morning, I was laying in the bed. Now listen to how this went. It says, this word y'all keep hearing me say, poverty is something you're forced into. So poverty, you're forced in by force, right? You come into poverty by force. You didn't have any you couldn't say whose womb you, man, this has really been heavy on my heart, but it says you come into poverty by force, but you will die in poverty by choice. Would y'all agree with that? This is reality. You will die in poverty right now by choice. Am I making sense? Yes, Curtis? Am I making sense to that? Am I making sense, Brittany? You will die in poverty, Mr. Mumford, by force, by choice, right? So it says this morning yesterday morning, I'm laying in the bed. It says, I'm laying here in my bed on a Sunday morning, paying attention to my thoughts. And I hear poverty is by force. Staying in poverty is by choice. As I lay here so thankful that I am no longer in the mindset of poverty, I heard the voice say, write the book. Other people went out. Other people want out. They just don't know how. So yesterday I was inspired to start writing a new book. Have you ever been inspired and you've heard it? You've heard it's a voice, Mr. Mumford, there's a voice on his life. He don't know it, right? But something is telling him, I keep on telling him this, right? He's like, oh, no, that ain't gonna happen. But there's a calling on your life. What does that mean to you? I've heard it, but there's a calling on our lives, Mr. Mumford. What does that mean to you?
I mean, and for me, it means that we're all here. We have a purpose. We're here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You're not here. I'm not here just to purely exist. There's a reason. Even for myself, when I think about, I shouldn't be here right now. Being a recipient of a recovering suicidal person who's tried to commit suicide 5 times in my life, I shouldn't be here. So once that discovery, why I'm still here, there's a purpose. And I don't believe I'm just here to purely exist, just to work a job and just go through the mundane in life. I just don't believe that everyone is, in my book that I read, that was never the history of time. This is a new century, but that was never the way. So we're all here for a purpose. And it's up for us to discover our purpose before we exit this earth. So that's what I believe that calling is. And basically our whole life is, the book says, Paul says, I press forward to the mark of the higher calling. I press forward towards the mark. So every day I'm pressing forward towards that mark of my ultimate doppelganger. What am I here to do? And I'm pressing forward all day long. That's what it means to me, sir.
Is that personal development?
Absolutely. It's the bridge to get you there.
If you think of, I even like the way that it's stated, I'm pressing forward. Like you'll hear me say every day. He says, how are you doing today? I am doing exceptionally well, but I'm working on myself every single day to become better. What would that be like? It's like almost like when you are working in your purpose, when you're working towards your purpose, every day you're working. Do you ever think about that for a second? Like, I'm working. Do you ever just don't, like, you just start asking yourself certain questions? So as we read in this book today, I don't know what that is. But as we're reading this book today, and as you continue to read and personally develop yourself, I want you to realize how important it is to catch up to life before life catches up to you. What's most important, it's not your job, it's not your kids, it's not your mother, it's not your father. It is your responsibility to make sure you live in your purpose, on purpose, before you're gone. And then I want you to write that out, because somebody needs to hear your story. Think about that. If you constantly keep working towards your greatness, you're going to have very few bad days.
Sure.
You hear me? Like me, Mr. Mumford, Lynn, we was sitting around here the other day, and we was just going over who are we? Who are you? I can't wait to the cruise, Mr. Mumford. I'm so excited about that. Oh my God. We got some stuff that we gonna do on there. I think LCA gonna be a whole different place when we get back from that cruise. You hear me? You putting us all in one room together, it's a wrap. So anyway, let's go ahead on. Mr. Mumford always knows how to get it started and knows how to end it. But good morning. Let us, as Mr. Mumford says, let us keep what's going on in mind. This is why we keep saying if you're working on yourself every day, you won't even have a desire to go out there and do half the stuff that people are doing. It's just like, why are we doing this stuff? Why do we go out there and do what we do? But man, oh man, personal development, this class, as I keep on saying to each and every one of you, if nothing else, share the information with other people, okay? So with that being said, let's get right here into our book. And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Mumford, where do you have us marked in the book?
I have us at, because we're in the same chapter.
Display your success symbols.
See, I think I have.
Anybody want to type that?
I think I have. It's coming up. I had to come back up again.
I know I had to exercise right. I know where we're at because I said write 100 successes.
No.
Like I got it. Can you list 100 success? So I had everybody do a homework assignment and write down their 50, we said 50 successes. Did anybody move forward with that throughout the week?
We did that Friday.
Yeah, that's what I said. So we're at the can you list 100 success? And I had actually read that, but I'll read that again just to actually share with you. This is a very important assignment. Can you list 100 successes? You really convince yourself that you're a successful person who continue to achieve great things. The next step of this exercise is to make a list of 100 successes you have had in your life. Right? So again, if you're constantly thinking about the positive things that you've done, don't that make you feel good, Mr. Mumford? Just thinking about all of the good things, like, man, think about all of it. Like, we'll sit here and contemplate on what's bad, and we'll put all of this energy in it. But if we put all of the energy on what's good, man, we're going to see some extraordinary people. And as we saw that over on Friday when we did, Insight for Friday, the accomplishments that so many have accomplished, man, we got some powerful people in this classroom, right? My experience is that most people do find coming up with the first 30 or so, then it becomes a little bit more difficult, right? Think about it becomes a little, like you come up right off the top of your head with some stuff, successes, but 30 become very difficult, then it becomes a little bit more difficult. To come up with 100, you are going to have to list things like learning to ride a bicycle, singing a solo at a church, getting your first summer job, the first time you got hit in a little league by a football, the first hit you got in little leagues. Make the cheerleading squad, getting your driver's license. See, all of these things, we didn't even think about those, did we? We were so far up on we're trying to find out the big accomplishment. Was that a success? You learned how to ride a bike? Oh, that don't mean nothing. Oh, was it successful? You learned that you got your driver's license. Some of you, it took 5 times to get your driver's license. Right? Oh, I got my permit. It took me 4 times to get the permit to get the driver's license, right? I got to remember, okay, go, y'all, some of y'all ain't gonna listen to me, but at the end of the league, you was on a cheerleading license, writing an article for your school newspaper, getting an A. Woo, baby. When I got my first A, everybody celebrated because that was hard to come by, but it was okay. Simon history class, Mr. Simon's history, and history class, that never happened. Surviving basic training, yes, went through basic training, right? Learning to surf, winning a ribbon at the country fair, modifying your first car, getting married. Oh, we forgot all about that one, didn't we? But I bet you we remember the date we got a divorce. Let's have a party. I'm going to have a divorce party, right? Got off my job. Yeah, that was good, right? Getting married, having your first child. That was a success. Well, oh, man, this is good, right? I'm glad I didn't read these. And leading a fundraising campaign for your child's school. These are all things you probably take for granted now, but they all need to be acknowledged as successes you've had in life if you're a young You may even need to resort to writing down things like past first grade, past second grade, past third grade, but that's okay. The goal is simply to get to 100. So there it is. Y'all got to do this exercise. We're not just reading. He just gave instructions. Get to 100, and you should be able to get to 100 now, right? Because you got a lot more successes. And if we constantly, watch this, if we're, took your first vacation. Come on now. April 27, 2006. Oh, remember it like it was yesterday. It's good. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when we actually constantly are thinking of the success, that will build your level of confidence, and it's what works on your self-esteem. See, when you're constantly having thoughts of what you don't, or what you don't, or what you can't, or how you can't afford this, or you kill your self-esteem. Like, God dang. If you listen, you know what? This came to me in the car the other day. I'm in the car and I'm saying, damn, we beat ourselves up so bad. How the heck can you have a good relationship with somebody else? I want you to really think about that. You beat up yourself so bad. You focus on so much negative. That's why when you get started in a business, what if it don't work? Why are you saying that about yourself? What if I can't find nobody? Like, why you feel like this about yourself? It's gotta work. The hell is that? What if it don't work? What if this don't? You see other people it's working for. If it's working for them, it's gonna work for you. Well, what if it don't work, Mr. Mumford? What? Thank you very much. Make it work, god dang it. Sheena said it like it was. Make it work. Somebody else got to the top. You better get to the top. What if it don't work? I wish your son or daughter would come home and say some foolishness like that. Mommy, what if it don't work in history class and I get an E? You get an E if you want to. You're going to come up in here and you're going to go back to school with a bad bruise on your head, right? Come on. We got to expect the best for our lives starting today. I don't want no crazy thinking going on up in this joint. Claire, create a victory log. Who wants to read? I'm fired up. Can y'all tell I'm fired up this morning? Woo! You better get fired up too. That energy keeps you living a long time. Keep all that foolishness from you. Who else gonna read today? Sarah, Miss Brown said, yes, sure can. Woo! I'm gonna tell you, get that self-esteem together, boy. It's over. That world can watch out for you. Hello? All right, unmute your phone if you're ready to read.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
I'll read, but are you going to change the page?
Yeah, I'm fixing it right now.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I am fantastic, honey dun bun, skimmily skip, boop bam, pretty girl. How are you?
I am quite well, sir.
I don't understand. I'm pumped up this morning. I can't. Oh my God.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, go ahead. Create the victory log.
Another powerful way to keep adding to that stack of poker chips is to keep a written record of your daily successes. It can be as simple as a running list in a spiral-bound notebook or a document on your computer, or it can be as elaborate as a leather-bound journal. By recalling and writing down your successes each day, you log them into your long-term memory, which enhances your self-esteem and builds your self-confidence.
Come on.
And later, if you need a boost of self-confidence, you can reread what you have written. Peter Thigpen, a former vice president at Levi Strauss & Company, kept such a victory log on his desk And every time he had a victory or a win, he wrote it down. When he was about to do something scary, such as negotiate for a multi-million dollar bank loan, or make a speech to the board of directors, he would read his victory log to build up his self-confidence. His list included entries such as, I opened up China as a market. I got my teenage son to clean up his room, and I got the board to approve the new expansion plan. When most people are about to embark on some frightening task, they have a tendency to focus on all the times they tried before and didn't succeed, which undermines their self-confidence and feeds their fear that they will fail again. Keeping and referring to your victory log keeps you focused on your successes instead. Start your own victory log as soon as possible. If you want, you can also embellish it with like a scrapbook with photos, certificates, memos, and other reminders of your success. If many of your victories are featured on the internet, for example, if you're an athlete, artist, author, or business person who appears in online news, photo galleries, interviews, or book reviews, you can make a digital scrapbook using the online tool called Pinterest. Pinterest lets you collect links or bookmarks to photos, quotes, and written content everywhere, anywhere on the internet. Simply start an account at www.pinterest.com and begin pinning things you find online that talk about, portray, or visually capture your victories, such as news articles, blog posts, web pages, or photographs. Collect and organize these pins on your Pinterest board, which is created and controlled by you. If you like, you can share your victory log with friends and family or with other Pinterest users who want to follow your board. And if you own a business and want to use some of your victories for promotional or public relation purposes, simply share your entire Pinterest board or share a subset of accomplishments by collecting them into themes or topics.
Wow, wow, wow. He did not say play Pokemon. Whatever that is. Come on, Lynn, talk to us about this subject right here.
Well, actually, I'm just doing the math really quickly in my head. I thought Pinterest was some new thing. I didn't realize it's been around for a minute. But anyway, we need to make a visual record, of our successes. And it's good because when you do that, even like the small part of the exercise we had to do Thursday, and I think you said just come up with 10 things. I came up with my 10 things, but I was listening to everybody else's 10 things, and I'm like, wow, I did some of those things too. And so I'm looking forward to expanding the list. But if you look at that list and you see it every day, it's just like that vision board exercise that we did. You're keeping it first and foremost in your thoughts. And it's just kind of incredible that, when we embark on goals or we embark on different things, the first thing we are wired to do, or we may want to do, is talk about, well, why won't it work? Or, you come up with all of these reasons why you can't do it, instead of just jumping in and just doing it. And I can't wait to actually do the exercise. And I know, like, even now on the wall, I have certificates that I post, and I call it my wall of fame. So that might be a similar exercise, but like on a somewhat bigger scale. But you know, we don't all have to wallpaper the wall, but this is something good that we should consider starting.
This is, oh my God. We are. Go ahead.
You know, it's funny, this morning I shared something from one of my coaches, so it goes right along what we're talking about here. And I'm going to read this. I put it on my Facebook this morning. And it's amazing that we're reading this today. And I didn't even realize we was in this part of this section. I didn't read ahead this morning. But this is what she said. And she just said this to me today. She said, when we say things like, I don't have the money, or I can't afford it, or my business isn't working, or I hate my boss, we kill our finances and feed doubt, fear, and anxiety. Remember, what you feed will flourish, and what you neglect will die. So choose today to speak life over your finances and take the actions necessary to make your income grow. So this goes right along what we're talking about here, because if you know, and many times people, and I tell people, like I said, Mr. Satchel, I told you the other day, I tell people, I can't afford to be discouraged. This is what I'm saying. Now, this is, you know, what we told me real. Jamal Mumford, I can't afford to be discouraged. I can't afford to be depressed. But Jamal, you know what I'm going through. I'm not good right now. You know, give me. I'm in my little funk right now. I can't afford to get into a funk. I have too much at stake in my life and my children. I can't afford not to work my project. See, so you know, and all I had to focus on is my success, because I could beat myself. I can get hard on myself. You know, when you come from corporate America and the success I've had, and maybe it's not mirroring each other, but you got to focus on those things. So and that's what keeps me going, right? I can't afford to do that. Maybe some of you can. I just can't. I got to say my victories. Mr. Satchel, you and I know from our personal testimonies that we have gone from fight to fight to fight. And we went from, I mean, as soon as we moved down, 5 months after we moved down, our whole bottom fell out. We could have been done. And we just kept on going. And all we kept saying to ourselves, remember, we went through 4 projects, right back to back to back. And we kept on saying, if we did it in the last one, we could do it again. Oh, that one went down, and we did it in the last one. We could do it again. The guy said, if you built it one time, that means you can build it all over again. And that's the difference in victories versus those that don't, because they just keep on saying why it didn't work. It's where we can work. Back to you, sir.
Man, this is, you know, okay. Can I just be real with it? Hold on. Somebody talking in class. Good morning. Yeah, I'm talking in class. All right, nobody's talking. You know something, Mr. Mumford, and I'm gonna say this, and I didn't know that I would always hear self-esteem, but I really didn't understand what self-esteem was until today. I did not know that sometimes you say you're doing stuff automatically, you don't even know what you're doing, but now that I know what I'm doing, you can hit that bullseye. You understand what I'm saying? You hear self-esteem, but I did not know that I had that much power over my self-esteem, to the point that now I know I can write my own script. When I tell you I'm extraordinary, when I tell you I'm a remarkable person, when I tell you I'll get the job done, now you telling me, now I really know what self-esteem is. You mean I can write pictures, post pictures, say stuff? Listen. I always thought somebody else had some power over your self-esteem. But what did Cat Williams say? He said, it's your self-esteem. How can you have a good relationship with other people when you don't have a good relationship with yourself? You can't motivate no good relationship if you can't motivate yourself. You can't have all of this good stuff if you can't teach it to yourself. If you don't believe, how can you believe in somebody else when you don't believe in yourself? How can you get in a relationship and you don't have any, boom, 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 boom. Oh, man, I can see why Muhammad Ali, see, you surrounded by so much craziness in your house, chaos. I got pictures all over my wall showing what my destination is. What's on your wall? Come on, but you want to sit around and they want to play Pokemon and they want to look under cars for some damn ghost. What? This world is crazy, but they don't teach this, or I just wasn't paying attention. I'm being honest today. When I talk about this self-esteem, everybody should be happy around this room on purpose. You should be living your life with so much purpose and believe in yourself that so much that nobody can control you. Listen to what I'm saying to you this morning. Stop not believing in who you are. Stop settling for all of this foolishness and talk your life into the existence. You want to be in a good marriage? God dang it, claim it right now. You want to be in a good relationship with your kids? Claim it. You want to have good kids? Claim it right now. I got great kids. I got wonderful. I'm only teaching this now because, see, the way I raised my kids, I did it the opposite way because that's what I learned. But hey, baby, listen, today is a new day in this place. Self-esteem. You need to write down something every day until you change that paradigm to become the greatest person in the world. I am the greatest. But we didn't have time to do none of this. Why? Because we so busy wrapped up in watching TV, you can't even do your damn dream board because you're too busy doing all of this foolishness. Come on, put the stuff out. Oh no, this is most important. Change the paradigm right now. That's serious. That's serious. Oh, you paying attention, minding everybody else's business. What can you do about it? Nothing. Oh, I don't have time to do it. You make time today. Get down and start. Every day, I'm going to just start calling people. What did you write down today great about who you are? And guess what? It don't cost you nothing to do it. I'm just saying. Why is it so hard for us to say this stuff? Why you just existing in life? Because you're not being what? Intentional about life. On your life. I'm doing this on purpose today. I don't know, Mr. Mumford, I may not even talk no more because I'm writing stuff about me. My self-esteem is about to go out the window. Oh, he's so conceited. Call it what you want to, but baby, you're going to see a different Kim Satchel. Next, who's going to read? Display your success symbols. I'm going to display your success symbols. They all around me. Oh, where you going? Disney, Paris. Oh, man, my life is just so wonderful. I'm succeeding. I got certificates all over the place. What you got around you? I got some certificates up too, Deidre, man.
You know what? You know, it's so funny you said, Mr. Satch, and I just know I got to do this. Many know I won an Emmy Award as a TV director, and I don't know. I guess when I won it, so much was built up to get there that it's like when you go across the stage, you're like, oh, whatever, because like you win it. And I remember when I won the award, I mean, everybody was just so like, my mom was crying. I'm like, you're crying. It's the Emmy Award. It's not like I graduated got married, and but it's amazing. I remember you and Ruben and Peter on Ruben, a good friend of ours, and he would always talk about that Jamal, you won an Emmy, and so right, and I actually put it away. Because I used to keep it. I put it away because I felt like I was too much focused on an Emmy and not what I want to do in my next level of life. So I put it away. But as you just said this, I'm amazed at how much I was accomplishing when I had my Emmy right on my desk. And you just let me know that I got to pull it back out. For those of you who never seen that, I guess I can't bring on the cruise because they probably I can't let this go. But this is my Emmy right here, right, folks? And I won as a TV director, right? Look at that. And, you know, I haven't seen this thing in a while, you know, and as I'm looking at it, it looks good on camera, actually. And, you know, and this
like
was amazing.
On TV.
Huh?
It's like you on television receiving your Emmy Award. Y'all remember that?
You know, and you know, and this I'm gonna put this back out on my desk because, you know, what I did to get to this level and to win this thing, and where my background was, where I came from, to win this in my 20s, you know, was an amazing. And I won in 2008 for the Barack Obama election when he got elected. I did a 2-hour special, and you know, to win this was a major thing. So I'm going to put this back out because to win an Emmy Award, you know, I take it for granted because I mean, I'm around other people that won it, and some people won 10 to 20 of them, you know. So I'm like, oh, I just got my one, you know, and I then went back and got more. I just was happy with my one. You know, I'm going to put it back out, and I hope that everybody will also take the time to, what is your Emmy? You know, what is that thing you're going to put in front of your face and remind yourself that you can accomplish things? Because sometimes we need a conscious reminder of what we can accomplish, what we can do. So, you know, here it is. I'm putting it out. And if you want to see it, you got to be in Philadelphia because I can't travel with it. So there you go. And somebody's coming to confiscate it. It just got confiscated. So I guess it won't be in my office because it just got confiscated. It just got confiscated.
I want y'all to see this. Y'all see this? It's just constantly all around me, all the successes that you actually do, right? Those are the awards. When you look at all of this, like even your diplomas, your degrees, whatever it is you succeeded in, it doesn't matter if it's just a certificate. But you know how you take, even a lot of us, we get awarded for, how many of us have received a certificate? Right? We received a certificate, and at the end of the day, it's like, oh, it's just a certificate. You made a certain rank in your business. You might have gotten a certain, you just literally like, oh, well, you follow what I'm saying? And it's like you don't have no real energy involved in that, and you just take it for granted. Well, you know, because my mother used to say that when you did something good around the house, she used to always say, that's what you're supposed to do. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this has a lot to do with, like, when you and then you just get to a point that you stop accomplishing stuff, you stop working on things, right? Anybody remember these days? I want you to go back to them.
And I could tell, and when you, and, you know, and I could tell, like, when you talk about it, see, and I mean, and I'm gonna give you guys a little exercise here, because see, a lot of you I do talk to, and you know, and don't get me wrong. I mean, you should be thankful that I do watch a lot of you, and not so much study. It's just what I do, right? It's just automatic for me. But how you talk about yourself, you know, your volume, your voice tone. You know, are you really excited about your life? You know, and if you're monotone, you realize when you're happy, nobody talks like this. Nobody says, well, you know, it's all right, you know. I mean, no, you got to be excited. So, I mean, spend some time, you know, building yourself up. You know, Paul said, I built myself in my most holy faith. I built myself up. I built myself up, right? So you got to take that time and really have a energy about yourself. Like, because if you don't have no energy behind what you're saying, so find that thing in your life. Maybe you got to ask somebody, hey, what did I do in my life that I should be happy? Because for me, when Kemp Satchel talks about me, I take that stuff as like, okay, I own the house. So, I mean, I don't really, sometimes you need somebody else. That's why they say, surround yourself by people who celebrate you. Because there's a psychological effect that every time Mr. Satchel introduced me on stage, for the last 10 years we've been talking on stage, it's always like, wow, I did that? Oh yeah, it's me, I gotta talk, right? Because you just, sometimes some of you got so much you did in your life, but you just kind of put in the carpet, like, you know, how many of you done that before? Like, oh, it was nothing. I had 2 children. I raised 2 kids by myself as a woman. Oh, that's nothing. Everybody does that. No, everybody don't just do that. Because somebody else didn't have success in that area.
That's right.
So you gotta find that thing that pumps you up every morning. Trust me, folks, because that's the only way I got through my trials and tribulations. I only got through some of my major stuff that happened. I've had some major setbacks in life. It was only because I had to, and thank God for the Emmy. Because I went through a lot of stuff since I went through that Emmy, and I had to keep looking at the Emmy, kept on saying, listen, Jamal, you did it. You can do it again. You keep it going. And you got to be energized. You got to see. That's why I work out. And I was telling you this morning. Some of you got to get out on the treadmill. Go break a sweat. See, you know how I feel right now. After I got to my run, there's endorphins going through my body right now. I can plow through a brick wall right now if you want to. You know, I mean, because you got to do things to pump yourself up. That's why I kept on exercising. Do something to keep yourself pumped up. If you feel like downtrodden, your shoulder, I look at some of you, look at your posture. If your shoulder's like this, if some of you getting a hunchback, that's showing where your life is going. Your shoulders squared, right? There's things you got to do, this posture, right? So I'm just saying that find something in your life and surround yourself by people that's going to celebrate you. And that's what Mr. Satchel's really displaying here. And if you go in there, he got all his victories all over his wall. He could never psychologically even get himself down because all his self-esteem is that I am the best. I'm the greatest. Put your trophies up on your wall. You know, I used to run track. I'm going to get all my stuff. I used to have my stuff. I had to move so much. I'm going to get it all. I'm going to put it up, blast it to the world. You got to encourage yourself. What's the song say, Kemp? You got to encourage yourself sometimes.
All the time. All the time.
Some in a project, all the time. Because in a project, you need to encourage yourself if you're in a project. You got to believe that you can do it. As Lynn said, it's not what you're running towards, it's what you're running from. You got to look at them rewards and say, if I did it once, you got to keep on telling yourself, that's why I'll never go down. I'll never be broke. I'll never be depressed. Nothing is going to stop me. Nothing is going to stop me. I promise you. Like I said, you got to put me in a coma. And if I have an inkling to talk, oh, I'm gonna recruit somebody in my business, or I'm gonna make some money, right? So trust me, you try it if you want to. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Some of you know that song. The hip hop people know that song.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. and this is so. I really want you to really get to this. How many of us ever heard that word conceited? You're so conceited. You're so stuck on yourself. Anybody ever heard that? Like a lot of us, like how many of us have problems receiving compliments? Or like you have, like you really believe that you don't even deserve, like you follow what I'm saying? Like somebody give you a compliment and you be like, whatever, you know, like, right? It
was not that expensive.
It wasn't that, you know, it wasn't all of that, right? Oh man, I'm about to make some sharks up in this camp here, baby. We all going. Listen, Mr. Mumford gave me an idea. He said every day that's an affirmation. I want you to write an affirmation about yourself, and I'm gonna just randomly pick on you. I'm gonna just like, what did you write good about your success today? And I want you to get comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you so handsome, Terry. I love your dreads. Oh, that's all right. Thank you very much. And he smiles, you know, and he smiled for the camera.
Don't tell him that, please.
He's all right. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's okay. It's okay to reward yourself. It's okay. Even, y'all see this ring? This is a $100,000 a month ring. Do y'all hear? And when I got this ring, it was like, woo, I got the ring. You work, like Mr. Mumford said, when you get the Emmy, it's almost like that's what you're supposed to do. But like you heard everybody, yay, Mr. Satchel, yay. And it's like, thank you very much, you know. But I'm going to tell you, I really want you to start putting energy into any accomplishment that you make. As you heard him say this in the book, he says what? He says, even for learning how to ride a bike, even for getting your driver's license, whatever it is, constantly remind yourself, I did it. Don't keep saying, I don't know if I could do it. Just say, you ever hear, how many of you have said, this ain't for me? Maybe this ain't for me. How many of us have said that? Maybe this is just not for me, right? Listen to what you're saying. This man is making $100,000 and then you comparing yourself. Maybe this ain't for me. Look. She said it about a marriage, right?
Yeah.
I just want you to start this, and we've already went through this book, but I'm almost ready to go back. What do you say when you talk to yourself? Do you realize you can encourage yourself to keep a smile on your face all the time? Just have good thoughts like how good you are. Think about that for a second. How good you are, Nicole. And guess what? You're going to start attracting people into your life that's like, man, do you deserve to live an extraordinary life? Do you honestly deserve to be happily married? Do you deserve that? Do you deserve for your business to be do you deserve that? Do you deserve to be at peace? Or are you supposed to have a bunch of chaos around you? I'm just asking some questions now. Display your success symbols. Miss Lynn, can you read for me, please, this section here? And then I'm going to just go ahead.
Holding my Emmy.
Huh?
She stole my Emmy.
She stole it. Emmy. Go ahead, Lynn.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't see the book.
Oh, my bad. Can you see?
Display your success symbols. Is that where that's where I stop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is Jamal's success symbol that I just borrowed. Researchers have discovered that what you see in your environment has a psychological impact on your moods, your attitudes, and your behavior. Your environment has a great deal of influence over you. But here's an even more important fact. You have almost total control over your immediate environment.
Mm-hmm.
You get to choose what pictures are hung on your bedroom or office wall, what memorabilia gets taped to your refrigerator or locker door, and what mementos you place on your desk or in your cubicle at work.
Mm.
A valuable technique that will help build your self-esteem and motivate you to greater future success is the practice of surrounding yourself with awards, pictures, and other objects that remind you of your successes. These might include medals from your armed services days, a picture of you scoring the winning touchdown, a picture of you standing on the Great Wall of China. I came close to doing that. Your wedding picture, a trophy, a framed copy of the poem you had just published in the local newspaper, a letter of thanks, your college diploma, or your Eagle Scout badge or Girl Scout Gold Award. Make a special place, a special shelf, at the top of your dresser, the refrigerator door, a victory wall or wall of fame, in a hallway you pass through every day.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you just messed me all up.
Sorry. Darn. My computer got excited. Okay, go ahead.
Laminate, polish, and display those symbols of your successes so you will see them every day. This will have a powerful effect on your subconscious mind. It will subtly program you to see yourself as a winner, someone who has consistent successes in life. It will also convey this message to others. It will install confidence in you and in others for you. This is also a great thing to do for your children. Proudly display their success symbols as well. Papers, ribbons, artwork, photographs of them in their baseball uniform or playing the violin, photographs of them enjoying themselves, trophies, medals, and other awards. If you have children living at home, frame their best artwork and hang it on the walls of the kitchen, their rooms, and the hallways in the house. When they see these framed on the wall, it can be a major boost to their self-esteem.
Well, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, for this chapter today. Man, go ahead, Lynn.
Oh, with the wall and everything, it's a constant visual reminder. And I mean, in order for others to look at you and see greatness, you have to look at you and see greatness. And for some of us, sometimes that's hard to do. I know for me that was hard to do, and I kind of just was listening to you talk just today about, you know, not being able to receive a compliment, or like sometimes even still now when, you know, I hear people talking my accomplishments, I don't know why, you know, I kind of shrink back, or sometimes I like, you know, I'll cover my face like, oh, don't make such a big deal about it. But that's something I'm working on. I don't know why I feel like that. I think I need to sit down and look at that. But, you know, on the other hand, I know that when I'm getting ready to talk in front of a group of people, and the person that's coming before me, when they take the time to edify me, and that makes you feel great, you know, that like pumps you up, that gives you that extra to walk up to the front of the room and do what you do. So I'm learning to appreciate that, and to be able to not only receive the edification, but to properly edify somebody in return.
Woo-wee! Is this a good section here today? Think about that for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Like some of us have, like you would think something as simple as what? A trophy, your environment, you know, like I don't know what's going on. Anybody want to talk about this today? Unmute yourself. This is a very important piece to your success. The dream board. Anybody want to talk about it? How many of you had one? How many of you actually did that? How many of you just knew the importance of your cubicle that you sit around, your environment? See, y'all think about, when I look at myself and I say, listen, look, I am not worrying about somebody else and what's going on. What's most important to me right now is Kemp Satchel. Do you follow what I'm saying? Like literally, you're just writing down stuff. Like I can't tell you how many of you have had a journal when we start talking about the journal. All right, unmute yourself. I want to hear somebody. Don't make me. Somebody unmute yourself and just start talking. I know, Riri, you said you wanted to hear something. You had some clarification. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. I want to hear it. We all need to hear it. Just hit *6. I don't want to talk. I won't say nothing. Hold on. Let me make sure y'all can unmute yourself. That's probably the problem. There it is. Okay, go ahead, Riri.
I don't want to talk.
I want you to talk. Don't call me. Go ahead and talk. Ask the question.
I mean, the question was, it was personal. It wasn't about, it was just about your ring. That's all.
About my ring? Oh, okay. No problem. All right.
Okay.
Don't talk about that.
Okay.
I'm unmuted. I want to talk. Great morning, everybody.
Go
yes,
ahead.
I always want to talk, Kim.
Daddy, welcome back. Goodness gracious.
Thank you. I had a little setback, but I'm doing better.
All right. Praise God.
Hey, listen. So I'm looking at this, and I just was thinking how I don't do this. Like I used to put my son's football trophies up and anything he got. And I, like my grandson, I'm looking around. I have my grandson's painting on my wall. I'm in my bedroom. I have but I have a bunch of paintings that I went to the painting place. And they're not even hanging up. I said, I'm going to take today and I'm going to hang my paintings. I love those paintings, and they're not even hanging up. And I did it myself. I saw Lynn went to the painting with the twist, and I'm telling you, it's so awesome. And I don't even have my paintings hanging up. I was proud of my paintings. So I'm just looking around thinking, I don't have my certificates up. Even in my office, I don't have any of this stuff up. And I'm thinking that part of the reason you're not feeling like you should be about yourself, because I'm not celebrating myself. You know, like you said, Ken, we aren't taught to celebrate ourselves. We're taught that that's egocentric and egotistical, and that you're conceited, and you should, you should always care about other people. And not that you should not care about other people, but you shouldn't care about other people to the exclusion of yourself. What about me? So I said, you know what? I'm going to spend part of today making myself an ego wall in my office. I'm gonna find all the certificates that I can. I'm gonna find a way to I have an old hard drive with all of this stuff, certificates from what I do for a living. And I'm going to put those things up as soon as I possibly can. I don't know why. It never even occurred to me I'm taking compliments. I read a long time. I used to be funny about compliments, but I read one time about how it's ungracious to the person that's giving you the compliment for you not to accept it well. So I learned from that to accept compliments well, and that was some time back. I don't remember exactly the circumstances that I got that message, but I did get that message. But now it's just like I'm listening to this saying, wow, I could have pumped myself up a long time ago. All this stuff that I have of things that I've done, like you said, certificates. I can't tell you how many certificates I have that I just put to the side somewhere and don't even know where half of them are, because I just threw them over there somewhere like they weren't important. And like my accomplishments aren't important. I'm talking about a lot of different things that I've done over the years, business courses that I've taken and different things that I've done that I've received accolades for, and that I just poo-pooed and put to the side. Not anymore. I'm going to have all my stuff and pump all myself up. So that's what I wanted to say. And I like that Lynn said about that. What Lynn said, she said, wait, I'm going to find it. She said, in order for others to look at you and see greatness, you have to look at you and see greatness. So I think you should look in the mirror, because I saw about the mirror work, and I've been doing that with Louise say the mirror work, and look in the mirror and tell yourself every day, I am the greatest. I am great. I am smart. I used to do that with my stepdaughter, but now I don't do it for myself. Isn't that something? I used to have her every morning, because she had self-esteem issues. And every morning I used to have her look in the mirror and say, I am Shantae. I am beautiful. I am smart, and just different things. But it never occurred to me to do it for myself. Isn't that weird? So there we are. Everybody have a golden day, and I just love this class. I love it. I miss y'all so much.
Wow. Go ahead. Lynn, where's your painting? Where's your trophy that you just did? Yeah, get that. See? Sitting on the floor. Put it up. Like we were saying, like, God, that is so pretty. Like when she had it, remember Mr. Muffin when she walked in? Like, I couldn't believe it was hers. I was like, I mean, it's that good. You would think it's like, how they got those classes y'all could go to now and do your little paintings, and they teach you how to, like, I was like, she ain't do that. Who did that painting? But when you realize how good you are, do you realize your gift will make room for everything? Look at this painting. Come on, y'all. Look, and what do it say? Aruba. You can best believe that's on the place we going, right? But at the end of the day, she did that, and it was all like with her hands and stuff. Man, it is beautiful. Let's clap it up, right? Now, when you really see your accomplishments and appreciate, those are the things that you can expand on so other people can appreciate you. And how do people appreciate your work? Anybody know? They pay you. Did you feel like, oh man, when the more you are, come on, the more you work into yourself, guess what? The more we can appreciate who you are. Like she makes great cakes, right? She does, this girl cook so good. But guess what? When you acknowledge those greatnesses, those things then begin to what? Pay you, because guess what? Nobody can use you because you failing to realize who you really are. Oh my God. Beverly, go ahead. Talk back to me.
Yes, this has shown me how I have given myself such a disservice by not seeing every accomplishment that I've done as being great. And I too have a box of certificates that I have never ever hung up. And even being in the educational Canfield, you know, you'll go into the principal's office and they have all their stuff on the wall. Mm-hmm. And I would be like, you know, I would kind of be like, why are you displaying this? Because I couldn't do it myself. And I'm also seeing that because I didn't see myself as being great, I allowed myself to be in relationships where people didn't see me as great. And I'm going to go through my stuff and I'm going to put it up. And I remember the other day, you know, you said to me, I'm looking like $1 million. And my response was, yeah, I am $1 million. But then after I said that, I was like, why did I say that? I hope people don't think that I'm conceited or, you know, and we have been taught, even in church, you know what, for a long time, I wouldn't say I'm proud of something. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of other people, my sons, myself, because we've been taught that pride is a negative thing, but we've done a disservice to ourselves because of that. And that's why we have low self-esteem, but no more. And I'm even thinking as I start the new school year, every day with my students, I'm going to have them write down something good about themselves, because we have to teach this next generation to have self-esteem. And it starts by looking inside of what we're doing. And then the other thing I wrote down, you know, you talked about when someone compliments us, how, you know, we shrug it off or, oh, that's no big deal. And there's a feeling that goes with that. So when we're complimented, when I'm complimented, I need to say thank you and stop and feel how that feels. You know, someone said I did a good job or you look great or whatever it is. Thank you so much. And just take a quick minute in my head to acknowledge it, first of all, and feel it, because I got to reverse those negative feelings of pushing away, you know, compliments or whatever it is that I achieved, that I thought so little of it. And even in my project, you know, the different vendors that I've gotten certificates from, I've never put them out. I don't even print them. I haven't even printed them. That's sad. But every day I'm so thankful for this class, because my mind is opening, and I'm getting a lot of junk off of me, and I'm just being renewed. Hallelujah. So anyway.
Come on. Y'all hear that? And I remember, man, let's clap it up. Thank you, Brittany. Clap, clap, clap. Right. Give yourself a hand clap right now, right?
Hallelujah, yes.
Me, Danette. Woo. Go ahead. Danette, I can't hear you. We can't hear you. No here. It's not working. We want to hear from you. Okay. Look, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get it together. Very important, right? Self-esteem. Working on yourself more than you work for somebody else. Man, I remember it even got like, because when she said something about the church, I remember I said, man, I'm going to have this. And you know what my grandmother said to me? She said, you need to stop being so daggone ungrateful and be proud. You should be blessed by what you have. You should appreciate what you got. Just because I wanted to achieve more, but it was like, and I remember that like it was yesterday, like you pulling down. But if you are really intentional, like because we want more, are we not being grateful for what we have? Yes. But at the end of the day, I want more. Well, you should be thankful for what you got. You got to be it's just little stuff like this that go in your head. And that's why they say you got to be careful of the people you surround yourself around so that they cannot put that stuff in your ear gates. because if it goes in your ear gates, your subconscious doesn't know. So guess what? You got to have people that's constantly doing what? Celebrating you. Are you following? People that's constantly acknowledging you for all that you bring, all that you do, and get comfortable. That's why companies do things like award you. That's why they put out incentives for you to accomplish. You follow what I'm saying? That's why they say, you get to this level, we're going to give you a bonus. You get to this level, we're going to give you a car. You get to this level, we're going to give you the ring. Because it's constantly reminders, like some of you got in your high school diploma. Do you know how many people didn't get their high school diploma? Some of you got your degrees. You know how many people didn't get a degree? So when you really start acknowledging your greatness, it can only take you to your next levels. Terry got his cap and gown. Man, what did it feel like when you took that hat off, threw it in the daggone sky, and said, woo-wee? Come on now. Y'all, look. Terry, what you got to say, bro? Come on. Shine bright like a diamond. Go ahead. I got you unmuted. Go ahead. I feel.
Yeah, man. What happened? Hello?
Yeah, how does it feel?
Oh, man, it feels good. I mean, I got a lot of stuff around me that's just, just positive, and a lot of, certificates. Well, not a lot of certificates. Everything around me is just filled up, even words on the walls, that just a lot of positive affirmations. But one thing I did want to bring about, at times I do Uber, right? And so it was every morning when I do my affirmations, I always speak highly about myself. I'm great, and I'm unexpected. Even that affirmation about the God's wealth is circulating my life, His wealth flows to me in avalanches of abundance. His wealth flows to me. So that affirmation, I speak that highly powerful. So I'm expecting greatness. I'm expecting money to come into me. Money comes to me effortlessly. So I did want to mention that one day last week I was doing Uber. I mean, and the day was just great, and just about every person that I had was like giving me tips beyond what I did for their ride. And I remember this gentleman, he was giving, we had a good conversation, and we were just talking, and after boom, I brought him to his destination, and he was like, here, I'm giving me a tip. So I was like, it's all good. Don't worry about it, Like, I appreciate it, but thank you, but no thanks or whatever. So what got to me was right afterwards, he got out, and he was just like, all right, no problem, cool, just, but when somebody would say, hey, no, yeah, I really want you to take it, I appreciate what you do, da-da-da. But when I was like, nah, it's all good. He was like, all right, no problem, cool, and just left out the door like it wasn't nothing, So I mean, I'm like, damn. I mean, was I really supposed to grab that tip? And did I just go against all my positive affirmations and stuff that I'm expecting things to happen? I'm expecting money to come to me effortlessly, and all of this is just I'm saying all this highly about myself, but then again, it's like, oh no, hold on to that. Go ahead, I'm all good. I appreciate it, but no, But beforehand, what's crazy was beforehand, like before I had picked him up and I had received tips, and I'm sitting there like, damn, this thing is just easy. Like, people are just coming at me, just throwing their money at me, just cause, So my esteem is just getting boosted. I'm like, oh damn, So, but something, I don't know. At that time, he was gonna give me something, and I was just like, nah, don't worry about it. I appreciate it, man. Boom, and then he was just hopped out the door. He was like, all right, cool. Like, all right, you don't want no tip? All right, bump it. Boom, and just left. I was like, damn, maybe I just went against, what I was supposed to be expecting. you know. So I was just like, just hey, as long if you're gonna speak highly and expect these things to happen for yourself when it comes your way, accept it because you spoke into existence. So receive it. Don't be shy about it or scared about it. And you asked for it and it came. So that sat with me a little bit after. I was like, damn, I'm not, you know, I did speak it. So why didn't I let this man give me what he wanted to give me? You know, so but other than that, man, yeah, I got all these positive affirmations, all these things around me that just make me feel good, feel great. I speak highly about myself every day, every morning. Speak to myself in the morning. I'm crazy. I get fired up. I'm about to get amped up. This call can go for another hour if you let me stay on this mic. But I'll pass it over to you, Mr. Satchel. So go ahead.
Oh my God, shine bright! Clap it up for Mr. Terry. Man, I'm telling you, this is good. This is good. Danette might have it together right now. Can you talk, Danette? Let's clap it up. I believe she did it this time. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, give it up. See, that's a success. She made it happen like I'm going to make it happen. Yes,
Okay.
I hear you.
So I wanted to go back to what you were saying about the vision boards.
Mm-hmm.
And so last week I'm driving and this Jaguar XF pulls off in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to get that car for my daughter. And she's sitting on side of me. I said, baby, what do you think about that car? And she was like, that's nice. I was like, for some reason, I feel like I need to get that for her. Now, my daughter turned 12 this month.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just throw that out there. She's 12. And so I said, she goes, we're going to have to put that on the vision board. And I said, you're right. And then I said, what do I look like looking at a Jaguar for a 12-year-old and I'm driving around in a 2000 Suburban? She was like, Mama, you don't know where we're going to be in 4 years. She said, that vision board is going to be a memory book.
Ooh.
I said, well, I want to get you on my calls in the morning.
I know that's right. Come on, give it up. Give it up. This is good. See, I think kids ain't listening. Trust me, they paying attention to everything you do. That's why it's important to get you right. Am I making sense? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to go with me. Come on, Rashina. And Rashina's the last person. Y'all, it's 10:17. I know some of y'all going to be late, and y'all ain't going to blame me. Go ahead, Rashina.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to say that everything you were saying today was so on point and was so true. And, you know, I totally forgot, but as a kid and as a teenager, a lot of people tell me, oh, you can see that, you can see that, you can see that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just who I am. I've always been the kind of person that celebrated myself. And that's just my personality. And it was just funny. She said, I totally forgot all about it.
Come on. I don't know.
Yes, so
there you go. There you go. You break it up.
Yeah, so, you know, my thing is that, you know, as leaders, we have to constantly continue to celebrate ourselves regardless of what people are saying to us, whether it's close family members, people who you consider to be your friend, or folks who are just associates. Is that you can't buy into what they're saying. You have to know who you are and believe in yourself and just keep pushing yourself forward. And that's why I'm so successful and have the things that I have today, because I always believed in myself that I can accomplish more and I can do better than the average person think that they can. You know, and you get a lot of times that you have family members who will try to talk you down and say, oh, well, you're always busy. Yes, I'm busy because I'm positively busy. I'm not busy just watching TV. I'm not busy just, you know, gossiping. I'm not busy doing those kind of negative things. I'm positively busy handling my business, doing what I need to do to have the things that I enjoy in life, not what other people enjoy, but what I enjoy in life.
Woo!
And that's what we have to remind ourselves about. You know, so I just push that negative conversation away. Today is my birthday, and yes, I will be celebrating. Yes, yes, yes. And so, you know, I just praise God and I thank him, because when I look at what I have accomplished in my short tenure on this earth, I have done exceedingly well for the little girl that grew up in North Philadelphia, you know, in an apartment and all that. So I just thank God and praise God that I had a bigger vision than what my mother had for me and that what my biological father had for me, and that I was blessed to have a stepfather that I consider him to be my father. He had a bigger vision for all of us, and that I clinged on to what education that he offered and his mentorship to be able to have the things that I have today for myself and also for my children.
That's right. That's right. Y'all give it up. Happy birthday, Machina! Woo! Look at her. She's still celebrating. Yeah, baby. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, it was a remarkable call. I done got so many. I want y'all to really go on Facebook if you can. Just express your feelings about this call today, because I think it was one of a very powerful. If you take the information, apply it, run with it, maybe listen, celebrate you today at the end of the day, because guess what? Can nobody celebrate you like you, boo? You hear me? I think I'm gonna make a song. Can nobody celebrate you, boo, like you can? Can nobody celebrate you like you, boo? But with that being said, we want to definitely thank each and every one of you for joining us today. It has been my plum pleasure. S. Brown, happy birthday, belated, has celebrated hers yesterday. Give it up for Miss S. Brown, woo-woo! And we just want to thank each and every one of you for taking out the time to join this class, LCA, and work on you. Because guess what? Can nobody do it like you can do it. And at the end of the day, you're in charge. You're in control. Take that control. Celebrate your successes. And tomorrow, we're going to continue with this book, because guess what? All of us have one, and I'm going to decide who I'm going to pick on tomorrow. JP. No, I'm just playing. You guys have a remarkable day. Mr. Mumford, did you want to say something? He disappeared. He's gone. He's history. But anyway, you guys have a great day on purpose. Take care.
See you tomorrow morning. There we go. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow morning.
See y'all later.